grade. But anyway, I didn't guess I cared about it because I feel like I'm blessed, and I just didn't want to rock the boat, and I am so grateful down to the bone that somebody did want to rock the boat. And anyway, we were watching TV one night, and they just announced on TV that we could get married. I mean, they didn't say us by name. That would have really blown us away. But we were just blown. We were like, oh my God. And it was very surreal because in a matter of seconds, and very few of those, we went from a lifetime of knowing absolutely this could absolutely not happen. It's not going to be in my life path, to knowing, oh my gosh, absolutely, no question. I turned to her immediately. I said, we should do that. She said, absolutely. There was no question. And it was astonishing. Now, this announcement was made in the winter time, and it was to become legal on May 17th. So sometime after May 17th, about the 19th, because we got married on the 27th, so 10 days after it was legal. And after the 17th, I said to Kathleen, I said, hey, do you have any idea what you have to do to get married? And she's like, no, I've never thought about it, because why would we, I mean, I don't know how to put on a jock strap either, it's not, never going to need to know that. They look complicated. I needn't to dress it. And so we were like, I wonder what the hell you do. So there was one justice of the peace listed in the phone book in my little town, Swansea, Massachusetts, and I thought, oh, I don't want to freak out some poor soul. So I called up to Provincetown, where everybody's right, and talked to a guy, and I said, we live in Swansea, we're coming up there and getting married. And the guy said, we knew a few couples who've already been married in Fall River. Well, that's the next town over. I said, thanks, we'll go there. I said, well, I have you on the phone. What do we do? How do we proceed? And he told us, and we proceeded. We applied for our license and got our blood test. I mean, I thought I was on candid camera. I did. Just a little aside, I got to tell you, the whole time W was president, I never did quite believe it. I thought we were somehow on, like, intergalactic candid camera. A spaceship was going to land, aliens were going to get out going, he's not the president! Didn't work out that way, but it should have. Anyway, so...
Sam's not laughing now.
So, we went through the... Now, once it was announced on the news that it was going to become legal on the 17th, I watched the Providence, Rhode Island news stations. There were people on the news flipping out every night, just losing their minds. It was going to become legal on the 17th, and civilization was going to be a smoking ruin on the 18th. And it bothers me a little bit that I didn't care and that I wasn't part of that noble fight. But it bothers me a lot that still bothers me, that I believed what I saw on the news, because I did. And I have no basis whatsoever in my now 59 years to have believed that. I have never run into any negativity over this issue. Could have something to do with the fact that all I do is sit around and play the guitar all the time. I don't have a job or anything. But I believed that the local news was showing us, an accurate sampling of the people, but they weren't. They were showing us an accurate sampling of the people who wanted to be on the local news. Big diff. And so as we went through these processes, everybody was incredibly welcoming of an opportunity to express their support. And I was surprised by that, though I shouldn't have been surprised. Everywhere we went, people were lovely. Isn't that wonderful? Good for you. It's about time. I remember the woman in the blood lab, she was mad it had taken so long. She was really tightening that tourniquet thing. And she was like, it's about time you people get to do what the hell you want. But she was wonderful. And everywhere we went, everywhere, people were so great. So my sister was coming up, and I went to the liquor store. Of course, I do know the people in the liquor store in my town. And I wanted to get my sister, that nice big box of wine she likes. And she's a total wine snob, so I like doing that. Anyway, so the woman who owned the liquor store was there, and I said, hey, guess what Kathleen and I are doing tomorrow? Well, oh my God, she went on, and patting my back and shaking my hand, and I could tell that she was truly glad to have somebody that she could express this to, and she was lovely about it, and I just was blown away. So I left, and I got in my car, and I was getting ready to back out of my parking space, and I heard somebody call my name, and it was the woman who owned the liquor store with a fancy bottle of champagne for me and Kathleen. But she gave it to me, and I drank it in the parking lot, all right? She gave it to me, people. Anyway, the day came, and the three of us, my sister and Kathleen and I, headed over to Fall River City Hall. And I was dressed just about like this. A little better. I mean, I had on long sweatpants, and they weren't sweatpants. I had on a blouse with buttons and a bracelet. If I go much beyond that, I look like Klinger. I did. Anyway, take a tiny bit more coffee. People asked if I wrote a song for the occasion, and no. It's not like I was going to take my guitar over to Fall River City Hall and plack around with my bracelet, my Klinger outfit. So. Had I not already written this one for Kathleen years before, I would have wanted to have written it then. Feel this wind blow, it scatters all these leaves like paper rain. And feel these days roll back into our winter lives again. The tangle at the garden fence is brown and dry. You call me out and point to your November sky. I must have been Gandhi or Buddah or someone like that. I must have saved lives by the hundreds. Everywhere I went, I must have brought rest to the restless and fed the hungry too. Must have done something great to get to have you. And when the cold comes and you are by your fire and fast asleep, I'll turn a light on to watch the snow outside fall soft and deep. And when the winter morning shines all white and blue, we'll watch the dogs run through the field like children do. I must have been Gandhi or Buddah or someone like that. I must have saved lives by the hundreds. Everywhere I went, I must have brought rest to the restless and fed the hungry too. Must have done something great to get to have you. And I suppose stranger things have come to pass. Many's the forest I can't see. I was so down and lost, fading fast. How did you find your way to me? Oh, I must have been Gandhi or Buddah or someone like that. I must have saved lives by the hundreds. Everywhere I went, I must have brought rest to the restless, fed the hungry too. Must have done something great to get to have you. I must have done something